Well, good afternoon, White County, Northeast Georgia. Don Strength in here with you from the Office of White County Public Safety as we continue to watch a winter weather event, which is probably going to end up being historical before the night is over with for parts of the southeastern United States, not so much across White County. But we are noticing some pretty incredible snow amounts that are beginning to pile up across portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, South Georgia, and even Northwest Florida, places like Panama City Beach, Florida, Orange Beach, Alabama, getting measurable snow this afternoon, and that's going to continue for several hours. And the meaningful accumulating snow is occurring south of I-85 in Alabama, south of I-85 in Georgia, up to about Atlanta, and then a little bit south of I-85 in Georgia, all the way down to the Florida state line as well. That's where the significant issues are going to be taking place for the remainder of the afternoon into the overnight hours. And they will have significant travel problems down there in those locations, probably through about noon tomorrow. Snow ends this evening around 9 p.m., but anything that has fallen down there is going to stay in place all night and into tomorrow morning. Then we get some heating of the sun during the day tomorrow, and things should improve. But the reason we're here is to talk about what has taken place in White County and what we think is going to take place over the course of the next couple of hours. It has been an extremely close call for White County. A lot of folks, and I've seen the post, wondering why we maybe canceled school today in the area when the National Weather Service wasn't really saying that White County could receive much. It's because we are right on that line. And we have received some snow this afternoon, and we may go through periods of receiving more snow flurries or snow showers between now and the time the back edge of the precipitation clears White County, which I think will be somewhere around 9 p.m. this evening. And though we don't expect very much in the way of precipitation, here's the deal. In the setup like we have this afternoon, and we're going to have for the first 2 or 3 hours of this evening, it will not take much to cause significant problems out there on the roadways. And we're already seeing reports of slick and dangerous driving conditions along and south of that I-85 corridor down in places like Athens, Walton County, just east of Atlanta, even seeing some reports of some slick and road problems there in the Atlanta metro area. And I don't expect the bulk of all of that to move up into White County. But again, folks, it really, we got a dusting for that period of time from about 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. this afternoon when we had the heavy flurries or light snow showers that moved through White County. And it really wouldn't take but about one or two more of those for us to potentially have some problems across White County. So, for that reason, the National Weather Service office out of Peachtree City has extended the winter weather advisory one tier of counties to the north, which now includes White County, Georgia. So we are under a winter weather advisory now. That is an upgrade. It's not a warning. Warning criteria requires 2 inches of snow or greater or significant travel impacts, and we don't expect that across White County. But again, we're so close. There is a very distinctive line between snow and no snow. And if White County can be in between that line, that's where we are this evening. So, I mean, just a nudge of 10 to 15 miles further north with some of this snow, and we could have some issues. So, that's the primary reason the advisory was issued for White County about 20 minutes ago. And now Hall County has gone under a winter storm warning because of expected snowfall down there. Now, let me switch over to the what you're looking at now is the entire southeastern United States. The pink counties are all of the counties that are under winter storm warnings. And you can just see there just multiple counties from Louisiana all the way up the East Coast. And then those purplish blue counties to the north up there, those are the winter weather advisories. that are now in effect. So Lumpkin and White, and I believe Haversham has actually been added to this too, and Banks County, all under a winter weather advisory. Dawson, Hall, and Jackson County, all under a winter storm warning. Now, let me show you the radar. We'll show you what this looks like on radar this evening. And you can see we have a lot of snow taking place across the southeastern United States. But look up here in northeast Georgia. And I'm going to try to go in a little bit closer here. Maybe I won't. Our radar is not cooperating very well. Maybe that will do it. Okay, so this is White County, Georgia. I know it's really hard to see. Let me see if I can get in a little bit closer. So this is White County, Georgia. And you'll notice the brighter whites are south of White County, Georgia. We're talking along the I-85 corridor and to the south. And then if you'll look down in southwest Georgia, southeast Alabama, north west Florida, over toward north central Florida, you see those darker blues. That's where the meaningful, significant snowfall is taking place, which is just about exactly where the models told us it would be, along and south of I-85 up to Atlanta, and then even on up into upstate South Carolina. The blue is where we're talking about snow rates of up to 1 inch per hour, and we're looking at multiple hours of snow down there. So it wouldn't surprise me for places right along that I-10 corridor in northwest Florida to pick up 5, 6, even 7 inches of snow. And even in Panama City Beach, Florida, could certainly be looking at a 4 to 5 inch snow total by the time all of this is over with, which will shatter all-time records down there. Places like Albany, Georgia, could also be looking at 5, 6 inches of snow before this is done, and that'll move right across South Georgia. Savannah, Georgia, may get 3 to 4 inches of snow before sunrise tomorrow. But up here in the northeast Georgia mountains, you'll notice that white area is right there, just barely getting up into southern White County. And all of this is moving off to the east. If I put it in motion, you can kind of get a general idea of the direction that this is moving. And the back edge to every bit of this, let me see if I can get the telestrator going for you here. The back edge to every bit of this is right here. And that is moving off to the east northeast. So you'll see that there's not a whole lot out there to the west of White County that will move across the county over the course of the next 2 to 3 hours. But again, folks, it won't take much. Just another burst of snow like we had between 3 and 4 o'clock this afternoon, and we could start to see some slick spots out there on the roadways. So we wanted to jump in here and just kind of give you a quick update on where we are right now and what we think is going to happen as we continue over the next several hours. I do not anticipate major issues in White County, but we're just so close to that cutoff. We can't tell you for certain that it won't happen. So just be vigilant, stay weather aware as we go throughout the next several hours. If we do get the roads covered in snow, then you got to use a little common sense and understand that we're well below freezing. The road surfaces are well below freezing. So if we get snow accumulation on some of the roadways out there, it's going to be slick, and I would not advise driving on it. So watch that as we go through the next several hours. We'll assess the situation after all the precipitation comes to an end. I know the folks at the White County schools will be taking a look at it, and we'll make a decision about tomorrow morning. As of right now, things are normal. But if we were to get a little more snow and we were to see some slick spots out there, there could be some changes coming. So we'll monitor that for you. And of course, continue to check White County Public Safety social media often throughout the remainder of the evening for any updates that may come along. And you'll see the information scrolling at the bottom of the screen so that you can go over to the website and sign up for White County's Code Red. You can also just text the word White CO Alerts to 99411, and you'll get a link so that you can sign up for White County Code Red alerts. And any major changes, you would receive it via our Code Red. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Be safe out there. And hopefully, we're about done with the precipitation and we won't have any major problems here in White County. If you have travel plans down into Atlanta or anywhere south of Atlanta, I highly suggest you check ahead before you go. There could be some significant travel problems down there this evening from a historical snowstorm. That should be happening up here, not down there. But, Mother Nature is going to do Mother Nature. And that's what we're seeing this afternoon across the Deep South. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.